Reading with Teacher Paul, Reading Comprehension B2, Lesson 17, Recycling, Protecting the Planet, One Material at a Time. Let's begin.
Recycling is one of the most important actions we can take to protect the environment. It involves collecting and processing materials that would otherwise be thrown away as trash and turning them into new products. Recycling reduces the need for raw materials, saves energy, and minimizes the amount of waste sent to landfills and incinerators. By recycling, we can help reduce pollution, conserve natural resources, and create a more sustainable future. Why is recycling important? Recycling is essential for several reasons, all of which contribute to a healthier planet and a more sustainable way of life. 1. Conserving natural resources. Many of the products we use every day, such as paper, plastic, and metals, come from natural resources. For example, paper is made from trees, plastic is made from oil, and metals are mined from the earth. By recycling these materials, we reduce the need to extract new raw materials, which helps preserve natural ecosystems and reduce the environmental impact of mining, logging, and drilling. Two, saving energy. Recycling uses significantly less energy than producing new products from raw materials. For example, recycling aluminum saves up to 95% of the energy required to produce aluminum from bauxite ore. Similarly, recycling paper saves about 40% of the energy used to make new paper from trees. By using less energy, recycling also helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions, which contribute to climate change. 3. Reducing pollution. Manufacturing new products from raw materials often generates pollution, including air and water pollution. Recycling helps reduce this by cutting down on the need for energy-intensive production processes. For instance, recycling plastic reduces the demand for oil and decreases the harmful emissions that come from producing new plastic. 4. Decreasing waste. Recycling reduces the amount of waste that ends up in landfills and incinerators. Landfills take up valuable land, produce harmful gases like methane, and can contaminate soil and water. Incinerators, which burn waste, release pollutants into the air. By recycling, we can divert a significant portion of this waste and extend the life of landfills. How does recycling work? Recycling follows a simple but effective process, which includes 3 main steps. 1. Collection and sorting. The first step in recycling is collecting used materials and sorting them into different categories, such as paper, plastic, glass, and metal. This is usually done through curbside recycling programs, where households and businesses separate their recyclables from regular trash. In some cases, materials are taken to recycling centers where they are sorted and prepared for the next stage. 2. Processing. Once the materials are collected and sorted, they are cleaned and processed into raw materials that can be used to make new products. For example, plastic bottles are melted down and formed into plastic pellets, while paper is shredded, pulped, and made into new paper products. Metals are melted and refined for reuse in new metal products. 3. Manufacturing. The final step is turning the recycled materials into new products. Many everyday items are made from recycled materials, including newspapers, cardboard, glass containers, aluminum cans, and plastic bottles. Even larger products, such as cars, construction materials, and furniture, can be made using recycled content. Commonly recycled materials. There are many materials that can be recycled, but some are more commonly recycled than others. Paper, newspapers, magazines, cardboard, and office paper can all be recycled. Recycling paper saves trees and reduces the need for new paper production. Plastic. Most types of plastic can be recycled, though the process varies depending on the type. Recycling plastic reduces the amount of waste in landfills and helps conserve oil, the raw material used to make plastic. Glass. Glass bottles and jars can be melted down and reformed into new glass products. Glass is 100% recyclable and can be recycled endlessly without losing quality. Metals. Aluminum and steel are among the most commonly recycled metals. Recycling metals saves energy and reduces the need for mining, which can harm the environment. Electronics. Many electronic devices, such as computers, smartphones, and televisions, contain valuable metals and other materials that can be recycled. Proper recycling of electronics also helps prevent toxic substances, such as lead and mercury, from entering the environment. Challenges in recycling. Despite the benefits of recycling, there are several challenges that need to be addressed. 1. Contamination. One of the biggest challenges in recycling is contamination. When non-recyclable items, like food waste or plastic bags, are mixed in with recyclables, it can make the recycling process less efficient or even ruin entire batches of materials. This is why it's important for people to know what can and cannot be recycled in their local recycling programs. Two. Costs and infrastructure. Recycling can be expensive, especially in areas where there is limited infrastructure. Collecting, transporting, and processing recyclables require specialized facilities and equipment, which can be costly. In some regions, there isn't enough demand for recycled materials, making recycling less economically viable. Three. Limited market for recycled products. While recycling can reduce the need for raw materials, there needs to be a market for recycled products. In some cases, companies prefer to use new materials because they are cheaper or easier to work with than recycled materials. This creates a challenge in making recycling more widespread and effective. 4. Plastic recycling. While many plastics can be recycled, the process is not always easy. Different types of plastic have different properties, and not all can be recycled in the same way. This can make plastic recycling complicated, and as a result, a lot of plastic waste still ends up in landfills or the ocean. How can we improve recycling? There are many ways that individuals, businesses, and governments can work together to improve recycling efforts. 1. Education and awareness. One of the most important steps in improving recycling is educating people about what can be recycled and how to do it properly. Clear labeling on recycling bins and products, as well as community outreach programs, can help reduce contamination and increase recycling rates. 2. Supporting circular economies. In a circular economy, products are designed to be reused, repaired, and recycled, rather than thrown away after a single use. By supporting businesses that create sustainable, recyclable products and reducing single-use items, we can create a system where recycling is more efficient and necessary. 3. Government policies. Governments can play a key role in encouraging recycling through policies such as recycling mandates, incentives for businesses to use recycled materials, and programs that support recycling infrastructure. Some countries have implemented bottle deposit systems, where consumers pay a small deposit for a beverage container and receive the deposit back when they return the container for recycling. 4. Personal responsibility. Every individual can make a difference by recycling properly, reducing their use of single-use plastics, and choosing products made from recycled materials. Small actions, like bringing reusable bags to the store or choosing items with less packaging, can collectively make a big impact on the environment. Conclusion. Recycling is a crucial part of creating a more sustainable and eco-friendly world. By reducing the need for raw materials, saving energy, and cutting down on waste, recycling benefits the planet in numerous ways. However, there are challenges that must be overcome, including contamination, cost, and limited infrastructure. With greater awareness, improved technology, and stronger government policies, recycling can become even more effective in preserving our planet's resources for future generations.
Thanks for watching. Visit www.TutorUKABC.com for more fun learning material.